Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently within the final weeks of excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description detailing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 297. Our Shovelware diggers will be going on indefinite hiatus after week 300, following which will be a new series called No Nostalgia Retro Gaming, where Patreon supporters will be selecting retro games for me to play for my very first time, with this initial run of the series focused on the Commodore 64, a retro computer system I have almost no experience with. For more information on how to join the game selections for this upcoming series, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. First up, Ben Jemmett has dug up WINGAMES /unclassified /WORDHAI. Well, it's going to have something to do with words. It's just, I'm not really sure what to expect here. WORDHAI, or something like that. Not a very big executable, and there's nothing else here, so this might be very primitive, but let's see. Okay, so we got a game which maximized. I'm going to guess this game will actually show up correctly at different window sizes. And it does. Oh, but that's interesting. It's actually... I don't think I've ever seen this in a Windows 3.1 program before. So the game is allowing to be resized, but it's only allowing particular range of aspect ratios here. If you try to go too wide, it won't let you. If you try to go too narrow, it simply makes the window smaller. And yeah, that seems to be the minimum window size, and then you can make it bigger, but it's still limited to a particular aspect ratio. Like different... Yeah, that's so weird. Like, this is some behavior I would expect out of a modern program, but not out of a Windows 3.1 program. Okay, so let's see what our options are here. There's a restart, and we got different skill levels. It was on harder by default. We got backup, scoring, and quotations as our preferences. Okay. And then replay game, suggest word, how to play, and hints. Okay, so what's the how to play? The object of WORDHAI is to fill the tray with 7 valid 3-letter words. The tiles on the ends of each row can be moved to the tray by clicking on them with the mouse. Names, initials, slang, and abbreviations not allowed. However, some words have several meanings. Every puzzle has at least one solution. At the 2 easier levels, the solution uses only common words. If you get stuck, try pressing the help key to get a suggestion, or you can back up a move by clicking on the last tile added. So the idea is we're going to get a word, and we have to make 3-letter words out of that. Is that it? Alright, I guess we'll try running it, so restart. Okay. So we've got a bunch of things here. Well, I already see 1, 3... Wait, that's not... Okay, if you double click, you can get it out of there. So F-R-Y for fry. Oh, but now I can't use those letters for another. Okay, I see where this is going now, because we have effectively 21 slots here, but only 21 tiles to work with. So regardless of anything, there's a specific set of 7 3-letter words that this is going to be expecting. Well, let's see what we can do here. We can do cab... Oh, it won't let me put the A in. That's kind of weird. Well, it won't let me put that A in either. Oh, wait a minute. I think I figured this out. So I can put the C in, or the E, or the R, or the O, or the G, or the I, but none of the other letters. And it seems the way this works is that each of these rows you can only pull from the ends of. So it's almost kind of like that flavor of Mahjong where you're trying to match the tiles as opposed to betting on it. So that means that maybe putting in fry as my first word wasn't a good idea, but maybe it was. Can I actually make any? Oh, actually I can. ICE for ice. Where does that leave us then? So now we have B, G, and O, as well as R, D, and L. But if we take a particular letter, we can grab whatever letter's behind it. So that's another thing we got to keep in mind here. Well, we can do dog, but I don't think there's much left here. And then I don't think we can make anything with H's, L's, and G's. And like a single I. Ooh. But now the thing is, we can back up as far as we want here, right? So if we go back to this part where I put in bar, because of the kinds of letters we ended up there, let's instead do BAG for bag. And maybe from there we can figure out something that'll work better. Like, so it just occurred to me that ice and oil may be bad words to do, because they're both consuming vowels that we need. Because we ended this with very few vowels left. A lot of consonants, not a lot of vowels. So that suggests to me that I want to avoid words that have a lot of vowels. At least in this particular randomization of it, right? So instead of ice, let's do cog. And then from cog, so from here we can do lip. And then we can do red. And we're not blowing through our vowels now, so we have a better chance, I think. Although I'm having trouble seeing anything out of these three. Oh wait, I think I can actually do this. So lab, and then... Oh, no, wait, I need that B for something else. Oh, I was close. Actually, can I still do this? Is lag a word that this recognizes? It is. Okay, I can do this then, because then we can do big, and then we've got ham. There we go. I actually managed to pull that one off. Yeah, so that actually wasn't that bad. So that was WORDHAI. I didn't see any details in here at all as in terms of like author or anything. So yeah, that's kind of weird. So I guess if you find this game anywhere, like, give it a shot, but, like, who knows who made it, where it came from, if it's shareware or freeware or what, because it really didn't do a good job of identifying any of that. But, yeah, it plays fine. Next up, Jay the Brain Man has dug up WINGAMES /NEWWIN /FibsW121. Maybe some kind of game to do with like, line or something? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Where is it? Or actually, SW probably stands for shareware. So FibSW121. Whoa, we got a lot of files here. We also have a lot of SCR and SCN files. Like, SCR would be screensaver files, but SCN and SCC? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, take a look at some of these files here. We've got dial, we've got things that suggest login, hangup, netcom, winsock. Like, this looks like some kind of network program. Like, I mean, that's possibly what it is. Or maybe it's a game with networking, or maybe it's not even a game. What the heck does the file ID.div say? First International Internet Backgammon Server. So that's what FIBS stands for. So yeah, let's see what the background is on this. So we got a copyright of 94 by Robin Davies. Fibs/W is a Microsoft Windows-based client for the first international backgammon server. Internet server which allows users to play against human opponents all over the world. Back in 1994. That's kinda impressive. So FibsW provides a graphical game board with a mouse-driven interface to the Fibs server, powerful configuration options for many common internet host systems and communication service providers, and it supports TCP/IP, SLIP or triple P. The funny thing about this is that Like, I don't know how DOSBox handles TCP/IP support directly. Like, I mean, one of the things you can do with DOSBox is set up modem connections, null modem connections, and IPX networking. I have no idea what DOSBox does if something tries to set up like a TCP/IP stack or something. So we'll see what happens. Maybe. Like, I'm going to assume, just based on the nature of this, that it's not going to have any artificial intelligence. But let's see what actually happens here. So, shareware product used without charge for evaluation period of 10 days, after which you must pay a registration fee of $40 US. So, normally that would be a bit on the high side for just a backgammon thing. But at the other end of that spectrum here, we're talking about something that was designed to connect to a master server to play backgammon across the world. So, yeah, that might have actually made it worth that price. Okay, so it says it's in a ready state. I'm going to guess that this is going to maximize. Yeah, for something that expensive, that doing that kind of stuff, would have been weird if it didn't have proper maximization. So we have a whole bunch of stuff up here. So we can have it connect and everything. Got port settings. Like, I don't know what's going to happen if I try to connect this. Like, this, for all I know, this network might still exist. Well, let's see what happens. So, oh, right. It's going to want to go through a COM port for a modem, or it's going to want to... The WinSock option is going through Windows socket support. So that's obviously not going to have any options, but it's also going to expect a WinSock client to be connected, which means this probably isn't going to work. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Because, yeah, I don't know if it's actually possible to connect DOSBox through TCP/IP, at least not the normal build of DOSBox. Like, maybe it works automatically, I don't know. But even if I wanted to, I'd still need to install the appropriate software to actually make the connection. So, yeah, it's not something I'm going to look into right now, because it's not something that normally comes up. There are so few DOS and Windows 3.1. Well, actually, it's more common with Windows 3.1, but there's so few DOS programs that actually support TCP/IP. Oh, well, now this is interesting, too. It turns out this is just an MDI window. So you could theoretically have multiple games going at a time in different windows, different sub-windows inside this main window. Oh, that's kind of crazy to think about. So I'm going to try to start a new game. I don't think it's going to work properly. Yeah. Like, will it actually allow us to do anything? Okay, so white rolls 5 and 3. So can I actually, like, 2, 3, 4... Oh, no, wait, that's not going to do it. 1, 2, 3... And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, so can I roll again, or pick up dice? Oh, okay, so you have to pick up the dice to indicate that you've confirmed your move. And then roll, and now it's the red's turn. Okay, so you can play this locally as a 2-player game. So that's good. That means that means even if you don't have networking stuff set up, this is still something that can be played, that can be played locally. So yeah, and as far as a backgammon game is concerned, this seems to be playing okay. Got a double here, so just trying to move the pieces around. It's been quite a while since I last played a round of backgammon, but yeah, it seems to be playing okay. So here's the thing. You would not pay $40 for this if you weren't planning to actually use its networking features, because you could get backgammon games for a lot cheaper than this. But at the same time, it's like, it does seem like it's competently programmed. Like, it did the whole window resizing thing. This is actually an MDI window or sub window, so it doesn't have, you can have multiple of these. Can you have multiple of these going? Now that's a very interesting question. Can we actually set this aside, do new? Yeah. We absolutely can. We could have two backgammon games going side by side. What happens if we actually do the... Oh, is there a third one? Apparently there's a third one even that we totally forgot about or something. So we can cascade them, we can tile them. Tiling looks very weird. Yeah, it has options here as well for like naming the pieces different colors, changing their colors. You can even change their outline. Although the outline doesn't give you the full color palette to choose. It only gives you solid colors to choose from. Yeah, which makes sense because you wouldn't want your outline to be a dithered color. And you can even change the color of the board stuff as well. Although board text? I guess, oh, for the numbers around the edge of the board. Got it. I can even change the font for the windows in here. Like, this is pretty well featured for a backgammon game. Except for the fact that there's no AI, because it was meant to connect to an online server. So, yeah, like, that's what it comes down to with this Fibs thing, is if you wanted to play against other players who weren't sitting right beside you, and you don't mind the fact that there's no AI, then this seems like it would be a pretty powerful program for doing that. But you probably wouldn't spend $40 on backgammon unless you wanted to play the game in that manner across the internet. If you just wanted to play against AI or just with local friends, you'd probably buy a cheaper one than this. And we're ending with a team dig today from Alex the Rat and Jacob Alice Rudolph. We've got DOSGAMES /Arcade2 /Pac-Man 12. Little on the nose, ain't it? Well, this is either going to be an official Pac-Man thing that's in a Wares copy of something, or it's going to be something completely not Wares, but also an infringement on the Pac-Man trademark. So either way, there's some shenanigans going on. And also it says Pac-Mania? What? Pac-Mania would be the Pac-Man that went into 3 dimensions originally, like from an isometric view. I'm pretty sure they didn't make a DOS port of that. Did they? Well, if they did make an official DOS port, I guarantee you it wouldn't be 53 kilobytes large. It'd probably be way bigger than that. So, yeah, not sure what to expect here. Well, type file ID .diz. Pac-Mania 1.1 is an arcade-quality game played by 1 or 2 players with keyboard or joystick. Sound can be enabled or disabled, and keyboard players may redefine which keys are to be used. Video must be EGA, VGA, or better. Okay, and we got a doc file, so let's do edit pacmania.doc and see where we end up here. So, same thing there. Thank you for playing Pac-Mania. Okay, this is clearly not an official product. It says here at Shareware, if you enjoyed the game, feel free to register. Okay, where's our registration fee? Apparently this was made by Sophisticated Software Systems. Okay, it's a little incredulous to be claiming any kind of copyright, like all this legalese for copyright and stuff, for a game called Pac-Mania, where you clearly don't own the copyright and you clearly don't own the trademarks. So, yeah, probably a good thing that this company never came face to face with Namco. Also, there's no registration details. If you want me to pay money for your game, it's a good idea to actually, you know, put a price tag on it. It's probably in the game itself, but anyways, let's see how it plays. Pac-Mania. Okay, now we have more information. So, apparently made by a Greg Seelhoff. And I still don't see a registration fee. Yeah, it says here for further info, it just advanced on its own. Really? It's detecting the fact that I have a joystick plugged in right now, so screw that, not going to use it. Okay, so standard key set for player 1 control, or alternate key set. I guess we'll go standard key set. Okay, that's very interesting. So even though we're still in text mode and in a menu, the game's already altered the default keyboard handling because there's no key delay. Like, there's no repeat delay. Like, I can push them individually, but if I hold them, like, listen to when I press the key press and when things start moving. Yeah, it's just automatically repeating. Like, that's not normal behavior. Normally there should be a delay before it starts repeating the key press, but here it's just instant. Okay, so let's go into game instructions. So in Pac-Mania, you use either the keyboard or a joystick to guide a Pac-Maniac through a maze, trying to score as many points as possible before he's caught by one of the 4 ghosts that are chasing him. When the Pac-Maniac is caught, he loses one of his lives. The game ends when he has no more lives left. The Pac-Maniac receives 1 extra life when you score 10,000 points. Okay, so seems pretty standard. Well, so far this just seems like standard Pac-Man rules, so I guess I'll just play it. I should point out, it's actually really hard to move this cursor exactly where you want it to because of the fact that there's no delay. So if I just want to move it 1 spot, sometimes it moves 2 spots. Like, there's a reason why the standard BIOS keyboard handler is good for menus and such. Anyways, begin a 1-player game. Oh. We're starting with a little bit of the entertainer there. Okay, so yeah, this is playing exactly like Pac-Man. Actually, you know what? I think this is the normal sound effects. It just seems so weird because I'm hearing it over to like the PC speaker stuff, right? And can we get the 16? Yeah, I got the 16,000. But now I'm being horribly cornered by the ghosts here. I wonder how the AI is working. Actually, judging by the way the AI is moving around, I don't think it's actually doing anything smart about it. Well, maybe it is. Okay, almost done the first level here. So, grab some of the pellets there. Got the last one here. See if we can get some extra ghost points. Maybe get an extra life going. That'd be nice. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. So, grab the last dots there. Maze flashes. Yeah, this is basically Pac-Man. This is a carbon copy of Pac-Man. This sophisticated systems had better be very thankful that Namco never found out about them. Or you know what? Maybe they did, and that's why we never found out about this. Whoops, and I died. Okay. So, the AI doesn't seem to be as ruthless as the AI in, like, normal Pac-Man. But at the same time, that's also kind of messing me up, because I'm kind of expecting the AI to do certain things, and it's not doing those things. So it's a little awkward. They do reverse when you pick up the super pellet, so that's expected behavior. Yeah, I've almost got an extra life. Get the fruit, we'll get the extra life. And I got it. That was very dangerous, though, because Ghost was right there waiting for me. Now I'm kind of curious to see if it's going to have different level layouts. Like, that was a Miss Pac-Man thing, was to change the layout of the levels. But the original Pac-Man didn't do that, so we're going to see in a second if that happens here. So it cleared the level, and nope, same level layout. Now the thing I find funny about this, though, is that I know what the actual official Pac-Man for DOS looks like, and it is so less sophisticated than this. Like, this is very much proof that they could have made the official Pac-Man for DOS, like, actually play like proper Pac-Man, just like this does, but no. The official Pac-Man for DOS is very unsophisticated compared to this one. But you know, I just realized the irony of using the word sophisticated in that sentence, given the fact that this came from a company calling themselves Sophisticated Systems. Yeah, I'm probably going to get enough points to see if maybe even 20,000 is going to get us another extra life. So, munch down the ghost there. And a few more pellets will do it. I don't know if there's going to be enough in the level, but... oh, there might be. We might just barely get it. Okay, just hit 20,000 on the dot, didn't get an extra life though, so either you're supposed to, or ending the level at that exact moment caused it to not award it. And yeah, the AI is definitely not as difficult to deal with here as in real Pac-Man. So clearly they did not copy the actual AI mechanics, although it's definitely behaving with some level of intelligence, just not a huge amount. Oh, and I was very screwed there. And I think I just noticed something else too. Let me see if I can try this again. So yeah, I just noticed the game is very difficult about reversing your direction. How do I explain this? Basically, if you push a key to move in one direction, and then immediately decide to move the other direction, it doesn't do it very quickly. Like, you actually have to hold the key down for a moment before it recognizes a different direction. So it's almost like it's like scanning the keys in a very weird way. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I mean, corner anticipation is working as expected. So at least that was done correctly. But yeah, you saw how I moved all the way to the end of the tunnel there before it reversed my direction? I was hitting the reverse key beforehand. So, like, it's almost like you can only change directions at specific moments. Yeah, there's definitely something weird going on with the reversing here. And I am very... No, wait, I'm not screwed, because the AI did something I didn't expect it to. So yeah, the AI is not playing perfect, but it's playing better than I would have expected for something that clearly wasn't done as an official product. So that was Pac-Mania, a blatant Pac-Man clone using a name of a game that was official. But yeah, it's Pac-Man. What are you gonna do?